the role of emotions, beliefs, and habits in financial decision making. So it's very important that before we make any type of financial decision making, we understand what is being discussed. A lot of times we will make these financial decisions without the knowledge, without the proper understanding, and it could actually go bad if we don't make the right decision. Sometimes this is done because we don't understand what's being discussed, and a lot of times this has a lack of the effective communication. So it's best to always ask questions if you're not sure of what you're going to make this decision for. So today I'll discuss a little bit about the emotions behind our beliefs. What I believe is very important is mindset, having a growth mindset, an abundant mindset. That's very important. So I'll discuss a little bit about that. So I'll start off right now just by saying that the discussing the profound impact of our mindset on the landscape of financial decision making. So our minds, which is the architect of our thoughts and our beliefs, holds the key to shaping our financial destinies. The way we perceive and approach financial decisions is deeply influenced by the mindset that we carry. So for example, if I've grown up with a scarcity mindset, the decisions that I make regarding finances may be different from someone who has grown up with an abundant mindset. So our mindset, like I mentioned earlier, is very important. And the overall goal for everyone that I coach or that I speak to is to have an abundant mindset. I want people to understand that we can have whatever it is that we think of, we believe of. But also it's important because we have to understand. So understanding is very important, just like effective communication is very important. So let's consider the power of a positive mindset. A positive mindset, it outlook fosters resilience in the face of financial challenges. So when you're confronted with these obstacles, those with a positive mindset view them as opportunities for growth. They are more likely to see setbacks as temporarily and believe in their ability to overcome adversity. This optimistic perspective not only enhances our ability to bounce back from financial setbacks, but it also encourages a proactive approach to wealth creation. So I'll talk a little bit about that for a minute, because when we think of the positive mindset, if makes a financial decision, and if their decision that they made was not the best decision, with a positive mindset, they're able to, like I said, bounce back. They're able to understand, okay, I made this decision that wasn't the best decision. However, I can change that, and I can also learn from that, and I can in addition grow from that. So having that positive mindset gives you the opportunity to understand, you're taking the approach differently and understand that you can definitely have the wealth creation that you desire. Now, a negative mindset can act as a formidable barrier to financial success. Okay, there's self-doubt, there's fear of failure, there's a pessimistic outlook. It can paralyze our decision making. So individuals with a negative mindset may avoid financial opportunities because they're fearing the potential pitfalls. They're recognizing and challenging these negative thought patterns is essential to fostering a mindset that is conducive to sound financial decisions. So a lot of times having a negative mindset, brings fear. It brings on the thought of, what if I fail? That's what we have with the negative mindset. But when we have the positive mindset, we're looking at it from a different lens, a different set of eyes, and we're thinking, this could go well. But the concept of a growth mindset, it emphasizes the beliefs that abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work. So when you apply this idea to finances, it's a growth mindset encourages us to view financial literacy and success as skills that can be cultivated over time. So for myself, I'm very passionate about teaching our youth about financial literacy. I have classes that start at as young as the age of 3 years old for children, because I feel like it's very important if we teach our children at a very young age the importance of finances, the importance of having an abundant mindset. When they become an adult, they are able to make better financial decisions. They're able to communicate effectively when it's time to discuss financial decision making. So I always start with when parents ask me, what's the best age to start discussing finances with my child? I say as young as 3. Children are sponges. They learn so much. So if we teach them at a very young age, they're able to learn. They're able to understand the importance of having a growth mindset, and they're also able to effectively communicate when it's time to make those harder decisions in the future. So going back to what I was saying about a fixed mindset, the fixed mindset definitely can limit our financial potential. Believing that our financial capabilities are static can lead to being complacent and resistance to change. Individuals with a fixed mindset could be very reluctant to explore new investment opportunities or adapt to evolving financial landscapes. If you have a fixed mindset, you might not want to take a risk on sometimes making these financial decisions. It could be a very good business opportunity, but because of the lack of understanding, the lack of knowing what questions to ask, that could hinder someone from really making a great decision just due to having the fixed mindset. And as we navigate the complex world of finance, what we need to do is we need to strive to cultivate a positive and growth-oriented mindset, one that can empower us to overcome obstacles. It will help us to embrace opportunities, and it will chart a course towards lasting financial success, because it's very important that we set up ourselves to be able to make these financial decisions and also pass on the information that we know to our children, to people in our communities as well. So I'm going to talk a little bit now about how exploring the interplay of emotions, beliefs, and habits in the realm of financial decision makings. So our choices in the financial landscape are not merely a rational calculation, but they're deeply intertwined with our emotions. It's shaped by our beliefs and governed by our habits. For myself, the way that I learned about finances was what my parents taught me as a young child. So a lot of things I did not know or I did not learn until I was older, due to the fact that I didn't have someone to give me the knowledge that I needed. They gave me the basic information, but it wasn't a lot of information that was able to help me. So as I got older, I made some financial decisions that were not the best decisions. And that was just due to lack of understanding, lack of education in the financial industry. However, it's important that it was important for me to learn information so that I can pass on to my children. And this is a way that we break these generational curses. And also it helps us to build generational wealth. But without that information, I was not able to pass it on to my children until I took the time to learn it myself by educating myself. So a lot of times it's about our upbringings, our beliefs, and things like that. So I always tell people, you can't pass on information to someone else if you don't have that information or knowledge. So it's important that we also continue to be lifelong learners and never stop learning, because there's so much information that we can learn from someone else. So it's definitely important that we continuously, learn more about finances, learn more about having an abundant mindset and a growth mindset as well, so that we can make better financial decisions. And we also think about our emotions. So, when we sometimes we make these financial decisions, it's based on our emotions. I think about the need versus a want. Do you need to buy a new pair of shoes, or do you want to buy a new pair of shoes? Sometimes we make these financial decisions just based off of, at that moment, what we're wanting to do. But if we actually stop and think about it, it might not necessarily be something that we need. It might be something that we want. And it could be something that we could get at a later time if we're not in a situation financially to buy the shoes or buy whatever it is that you would like to buy. So we have to, stop making these financial decisions based off our emotions. I always tell people, think about it. Again, is it a need versus a want? Because it is a difference, but we have to know the difference. And the emotions is the very core of our human experience. And our emotions play a pivotal role in steering our financial decisions. Fear and greed, there's joy and sorrow. These emotions can act as powerful drivers, influencing how we perceive risk and rewards. There are some people, when they get upset, they want to go shopping, or if they get mad, they'll go shopping. Again, this is based off our emotions. We can make a lot of bad financial decisions if we're letting our emotions play a role in how we spend our money. Sometimes people will go and they'll take their money that they might need for their mortgage, for their car payment, but because of their emotions, because they're sad, they're angry, they'll take that money and then they'll go and blow it on these items. When, if we not let our emotions base how we make our spending, they can make better financial decisions. So it's very important that we do not let our emotions deter how we spend, because that, again, it's not always a reward. It could definitely be making a big financial burden if you spend based off your emotions. And when faced with financial choices, the fear of loss may lead us to make a conservative decision, while the allure of potential gains may drive us towards riskier paths. So for myself, I try to think about what's most important. Even though I'm upset, I don't want to go and spend my money for my mortgage when I know this is not a good decision. But I'm thinking before going out and making these decisions. I'm not letting my emotions take over the best of me. And when we recognize and understand that these emotions are very crucial as we navigate the complex financial world, because it's very important to understand that our emotions play a big part in how we make our decisions with finances. Now, our beliefs can be subconscious beliefs, and we can have unsubconscious beliefs. They form the foundation upon which our financial decisions are built. Our beliefs about money, success, and our own abilities shape our financial goals and strategies. These beliefs can be deeply ingrained, inherited from your upbringing or cultural background. For example, a belief in the value of a long-term investment may lead to a more patient and disciplined approach, while the belief in a quick gains may result in a riskier investment style. So our beliefs, like I said, beliefs that some people believe that money grows on trees. that, so my children think that money grows on trees. And I always have to remind them, money does not grow on trees. So we have to work, we have to work hard, but money does not grow on trees. So I'm trying to teach them at their young age that we have money because we work hard. And when we work hard, we'll have more money. However, it does not grow on trees. And then, when we think of it that way, we understand that when we make these decisions, when we take these risks, are we making the best decision? We have to think about the way our beliefs, and a lot of times, again, it is our upbringing. When I was growing up, I was always told that, if you don't work, you don't eat. So I know that if I want to eat, I have to work. So that is the belief that I have ingrained in my mind. And that's how I think about finances, decision making. But I also have these effective communications. I communicate effectively with my children, with my clients, and I explain to them that even though you may have grown up having a certain belief, we can change the way we view our finances. We can change the way we view our relationship with money. So it can be changed over time as well. And another thing that we have to think about is our habits. So our habits, those are automatic routines woven into the fabric of our daily lives. It plays a significant role in shaping our financial destiny. So what are our habits? What are our spending habits? Some people may decide to buy lunch 5 days a week. That's a habit. Habits can be broken as well. So from our spending patterns to our saving habits, these routines can either propel us towards financial success or it can hinder our progress. So when we build these positive financial habits, it requires mindfulness and discipline. It definitely takes discipline, but small, consistent actions can accumulate over time. It helps to lead to a significant positive outcome. And when we understand the power of habits, it empowers us to create a financial life that is aligned with our goals and our aspirations. So it's our habits, our spending habits. Some people, they may decide to save money out of each paycheck. It is a habit. But again, our habits over time can either help us or it can hurt us. A good thing about habits is habits can be changed. You can always change the way we view, the way we save. So the good thing is habits can be changed. And when we embrace the emotional intelligence that navigates our feelings, it's critical to examine our beliefs to ensure that it aligns with our goals. And it helps to cultivate positive financial habits, and that's essential steps toward making a prosperous and fulfilling financial future. So we definitely have to think about the emotional intelligence behind making these financial decisions. And again, it's very important that we have these conversations and we ask questions. We have to ask questions if we're not certain of things. If we're not certain, we can ask questions. Luckily, we can even go online. Online, you're able to take these classes, you're able to learn more. So we have resources that are available. And a lot of times it's fear that holds us back, but it's very important that we know the questions to ask. We understand when there is a lack of communication, and that should also help us to try to effectively communicate better, because when it's finances, it's very important, and there's no way around it. We make money, we have bills, we have to spend money, so there's no way around it. And it can be very intimidating if you don't know the basics of financial literacy, far as saving, investing, things like that. It's very intimidating. However, when we have these conversations like we're having today, we're able to learn, and we're able to change our mindsets and change the way we view our relationship with these finances as well. All right. Okay, so another thing that we come from in this world, there is, like I mentioned earlier, fear and a scarcity mindset. So in a world often marked by fear and scarcity mindset, cultivating an abundant mindset can be a beacon guiding us towards prosperity, fulfillment, and wise financial choices. I know I've said abundant mindset several times since I've started speaking, but it's really important because it will help us to understand that whatever it is that we want, we can achieve, and what we think is what we believe. If I say I'm not going to make it, I'm not going to be successful, then more than likely I won't, because that is what I'm saying. And once you say it so many times, you start to believe it. But if I say, I'm going to set up a financial future, I'm going to set up a great financial future for myself, for my children, I'm going to be able to help others learn about finances. If I say that, then I will do it because I'm saying it over and over again. I'm going to believe it. So it's very important that we have this abundant mindset and not a scarcity mindset. A lot of us have scarcity mindsets only because we don't know. And again, fear is all, to me, is a big driver in how we think and what we believe. So again, an abundant mindset is rooted in the belief that there is more than enough for everyone. So I have an abundant mindset. So I know it's enough for me, it's enough for you, it's enough for you. But when we have a scarcity mindset, we don't believe that way. We think that I need to keep it all to myself because I'm worried that if I give to you, I might not have. But that's a scarcity mindset. But an abundant mindset, there's enough for everyone, which truly it is. There's enough for everyone. So again, the abundant mindset is rooted in the belief that there is more than enough for everyone. It is the conviction that opportunities are abundant, that resources are plentiful, and that success is not, there's no limit to success. This mindset stands in a contrast to a scarcity mindset, which sees the world through a lens of limitations and competition. So when people have scarcity mindsets, they want to compete with others. But when we have abundant mindsets, we're doing what we're doing right now. We're collaborating. We're having these webinars where we're talking about the abundance and that there's enough for everyone. And we're sharing our resources, which is very important. And one of the fundamental impacts of an abundant mindset on financial decision-making is the ability to foster a sense of opportunity. Whether it's viewing the financial landscape as a zero-sum game where one person's gain is another person's loss, an abundant mindset sees potential for mutual success. This perspective encourages, again, collaboration, networking, and the exploration of diverse financial opportunities. And additionally, an abundant mindset promotes a positive outlook on risk and failure. Instead of fearing failure setbacks, those with an abundant mindset sees them as a valuable learning experience on the path to success. This resilience in the face of challenges, it allows individuals to take calculated risks, and explore new ventures, and embrace the innovation in their financial endeavors. Also, an abundant mindset encourages generosity and a willingness to share knowledge and resource. This collaborative approach not only strengthens relationship, but it also opens doors to new opportunities and expands one financial network. In the interconnected world of finance, the ability to give and receive is a powerful force that propels individuals towards mutual growth. Practicing gratitude is another key element of an abundant mindset, because when we're grateful for our current resources and achievement, it helps foster contentment and a positive relationship with money. This in turn helps individuals make better financial decisions grounded in a sense of sufficiency rather than drive by a constant craving for more. And the importance of cultivating an abundant mindset in the financial decision making cannot be overstated. It is a mindset that transcends scarcity, embraces opportunity, and again fosters the resilience when you're faced with challenges. As we navigate the complex landscape of finance, we're going to continue to strive to adapt an abundant mindset, one that not only enriches our lives, but it helps us contribute to the collective prosperity of the communities that we live in and beyond. And then by doing so, we pave the way for a future where financial decisions are guided by optimism, collaboration, and beliefs in the boundless possibilities that lies ahead. And in conclusion, I wanted to just highlight a cornerstone in success that integrates a world of business financial decision making, again, effective communication. So in the dynamics and interconnected realm of finance, the ability to convey information clearly, collaboratively, it helps to articulate strategic goals is very paramount. And let us delve into the importance of effective communication, which is a catalyst for informed and successful financial decision making. And effective communication ensures that understanding among all stakeholders. In the complex landscape of business finance, information is often very important and it's very multifaceted and intricate. So it's important to have the clear communication that bridges the gaps between financial experts and decision makers. This helps to translate complex data into comprehensible insights. This shared understanding fosters a cohesive approach, aligning all parties towards the common financial goals. Collaboration is at the heart of affecting financial decision making, and communication serves as the life's blood. So departments within organizations, they should work together, sharing data, sharing insight and perspectives so that they're able to make these well-informed decisions. Being transparent, having open communication, it also channels the flow of information, enables teams to work together, people to network, to leverage the collective intelligence and make strategic financial decisions that helps propel our businesses towards moving forward. Moreover, effective communication is very instrumental in risk management. In the fast-paced world of finance, there's always going to be unforeseen challenges that will arise. So clear and timely communication ensures that stakeholders are properly informed of potential risks, allowing for proactive decision making to help mitigate negative impacts. And these transparent communications builds trust and confidence among stakeholders, which is an essential element for navigating uncertainties in this financial landscape. And lastly, strategic financial decisions often require a synthesis of diverse perspectives, and effective communication serves as a very important role in this process. When teams articulate their ideas, concerns, and recommendations clearly, leaders can make decisions grounded in a comprehensive understanding of the situation. This exchange of information, of course, empowers decision-making to leverage the strengths of the team and make better, well-rounded financial choices. Effective communication is not merely a tool. It is the foundation upon which successful financial decision-making rests, whether it's conveying financial data, collaborating, managing risks, or synthesizing diverse perspectives. When we have clear and open communication, that is the key. And as we navigate for the complex of business finance, we should all recognize the transformative power of effective communication, the power of having an abundant mindset. And this force not only informs decisions, but it helps unite us. It helps mitigate risk, and also it helps us to propel organizations towards sustained financial success. So thank you so much for listening to my speech on the importance of the beliefs and also important mindset making for our financial decision making.
You know, you said something very important in your presentation, looking at financial literacy, and you were talking of mindset. Where is the idea of limited belief coming from, that we don't believe that we can actually do it? If we take this step forward beyond our comfort zone, life can actually become more interesting. But we have a million idea of why we are not doing it. This self-blockage, this limited belief, where is it coming from? How can we overcome it? What can you share with us in that line?
I think it becomes from the people that you're around, your surroundings, your family, your friends, your community. If you're told that you'll never amount to anything, people will believe that. It's in the upbringings. It's I believe most importantly is just our surroundings, our community, the people that we hang with as well. If you're around people that are negative, of course, they're going to rub off on you, and you'll start thinking like them. But if you're around people that are positive, you will adopt some of their positive thinkings, and you'll want to be more like them as well. The way that we change that is we change our surroundings, we change who we network with, we change what we listen to. It's also TV. If you're always listening to things that's negative, it's music. If you're listening to negative music, it's going to definitely, impact your thinking as well. So changing what we listen to, what we read, who we surround ourselves with, that will help us to go from this negative mindset to more of an abundance and a growth mindset. And it will also help us to get rid of the scarcity mindset, help us to get over the, scarcity mindset and the fixed mindset. But we have to surround ourselves around more positivity. It's after so many years of being around negative thoughts, hearing negative thoughts, it definitely takes a toll on us. But the good thing about it is we can change, but we have to change our environment and what we also think, because what we think is what we believe. A lot of us suffer from imposter syndrome. I myself used to suffer from imposter syndrome. I did not think I was good enough, and it was just because of the people that I was around and just what I had heard from growing up. So I had to work on myself, and once I started doing the inner work, then I was able to understand that I am worthy of everything that I want and what I desire. But I definitely had to start working on myself first. That was the main thing, is to start looking at myself from a different set of eyes, different lens.
It means now that we can change, that we can actually move from that limbo where we are. That is where a lot of people are actually, in that we don't believe that we can do it. And even when we come to maybe personal development, we don't believe that we deserve the love. We don't believe that we deserve to be good, we deserve all the joy in the world. That we don't believe that we should actually celebrate ourselves, and it is hurting us. It's not good enough. I was saying a couple of days ago when I was interviewing somebody that sometimes we are pretending that we are living our life, but we are living other people's life. And this is not good. It's not good for us. It's also not good for this world. It's not good for life itself, because we are here to experience life. And the best way to experience life is to experience it from our point of view, from the way that we see it. When you look at yourself, whichever way you are, the way that you naturally are, you are perfect the way you are. All you just need to do is to look at where is your superpower. Every one of us have superpower. But you will never be able to find your superpower if you are just trying to copy another person, just try to be like another person, just try to ask, they're not going to like me. Who said they should like you? You are you. You are the original. You are the best specimen that nature can produce. Celebrate it. This is you. You show up in this world as you. So you don't have the time of, hey, they're not going to like me. Nobody need to approve you. You are already approved. If you can survive the millions of sperm and you can become a human being, you are alive, that is the approval that you are here. So I really thank you so much for that. That is really, really very interesting for me, Latasha.
So my final thoughts would be just to work really hard to, learn as much as we can about finances. Also strive each day to be the best version of ourselves. Like one of the speakers mentioned, we all have a purpose. We all have something that we're really good at, and just continue to strive to be the best that you can be. And when you're not sure of something, be open to asking questions. Continue to network with people that may not look like you, but you just never know how much you can learn from someone. And also, it's really important to have that abundant mindset. What we think is what we believe. I've said that several times today, but that's truly important. So continue to, just strive to be the best version of yourself each day. And I can be reached on Facebook under Latasha Ramsey Cyprian. I am on LinkedIn under Latasha Ramsey Cyprian MBA. And I truly enjoyed this webinar, and thank you again for the opportunity to share my information.